guys, welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video, man. Listen, before I dive into today's video, listen, do me a favor. If you get any value from the content that I post on my channel, hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, and definitely turn on post notifications. That's something that I rarely say on my channel, but turn on post notifications. All right, if you are watching for the first time, man, let me go ahead and catch you up to speed. You see the title, you see the name of the channel. I'm Anthony TV. I am a regional delivery driver for Gordon Food Service, also known as a chain delivery driver. All right, so when I leave out from the yard, I basically have 2 days worth of product on my truck. As a regional delivery driver, what we do is we'll deliver a portion of our route on day one, because I'm on a 2-day route, and then on day 2 we'll finish up the route, and whatever remaining stops that we didn't hit on day 1, we'll finish them up on day 2. And I have 2 layovers a week, and that's pretty much how it works. Now I have 8 stops. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the topic of this video, man, and that is changes have been made to our routes. My route wasn't the only one affected by the changes. I think most, if not all, of my co-workers were affected by the changes as well. I talked to some of them, so I know their route changed up a bit. Before I get into the pros and cons, just to tell you the changes that occurred on my route. So I lost 4 stops, but I picked up 5 new stops. Now I have a total of 8 stops. I did have 7, so basically 1 more stop than I had. And the 5 stops are all on day 1. So my day 2 didn't change at all. All of my new stops are on day 1. Another change is that my route was palletized, and now my route is floor loaded. That's basically where you have your product sitting on the floor and stacked all the way up, as opposed to having your product on a pallet, right? A lot of our routes here at GFS are floor loaded. There are some palletized routes as well, particularly, a lot of the chain delivery drivers. Our routes are pretty much palletized. There are some other, local routes that I've seen at different locations that have palletized routes as well. So it's not just chain, but typically here at GFS, a lot of our routes are floor loaded. I've seen other food service companies have floor loaded routes as well, but I think most of the food service companies that I've seen actually have, their product on pallets. That's how it started for me. I don't really have a problem with floor loaded. I actually thought that, being that I have been palletized now for a couple years, I've kind of gotten used to the palletized route. But after running it, yesterday and today, this was the first week, with the new changes in place. And I gotta say, man, maybe it was because my trailer was loaded pretty good that I actually don't have a problem with it. At least not right now. The first 2 days, whoever the selector was that did my trailer, they did a pretty good job. I didn't have really any issues, didn't have to really dig for cases or anything like that. So pretty good 2 days. We'll see how the rest of the week goes, but I had a pretty decent trailer, and whenever you have a trailer that's loaded good, it definitely makes your job a lot easier. And yeah, I couldn't be happier with how my route, or how the trailer was loaded. I think one of the reasons why my trailer is floor loaded now is because basically freeing up space. So when you have pallets and things of that nature, it really affects the amount of cube you can have in your trailer, because those pallets take up more space as opposed to floor loaded, where you could just, you know, stack the product up, you know, a little bit higher. So, and I think that's another thing that kind of made it really easy for me, was the fact that I had a lot of room in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? So that really helped out tremendously, and I love that, as opposed to being in a 28 footer or something smaller where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. Like, I think last week, I don't know what it's gonna be, this Thursday, Friday, last Thursday, Friday, I had a little over 1,100 cases, I think. Let's talk about the pros, man. So we get paid component pay. So our pay is based on total miles, total cases, and total stops. So like I mentioned earlier, I picked up a new stop. So, you know, that's a little bit more stop pay that I'll be getting. And then also the cases, the total cases is gonna go up for the week. But I am gonna lose miles. So between the 2 days, I lost about 35 miles. So that'll be 70 miles a week in total that I'll be leaving, or losing, excuse me, which is not, you know, terrible. I'll make that up in cases and stop pay. So I'm really not tripping on that too much. But yeah, I think, you know, overall, that's going to be a positive right there, picking up the stops that I have. So, and then another positive, like I just stated a few minutes ago, it's a lot easier to maneuver and just move around with it being floor loaded now. I think that's pretty much the pros. Now let's get to the cons. One con would definitely be I have to work out of the side doors now more than I did when it was palletized. Because when it was palletized, I was able to pull the pallets off and really work straight through the back pretty early. But now I pretty much have to work out the side door for, you know, all 5 stops. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to work out the side until actually my second stop on the second day. Yeah, to work straight through. I wasn't able to work straight through the bulkhead until my second stop on my second day. So I had to work out the side doors for the freezer, you know, and the cooler and dry compartment pretty much through about 7 stops. So yeah, that's a con, because, you know, you got to move the ramp now a couple times as opposed to, you know, only having to move it once. Now I got to move it a couple times. And then I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's raining, and it rained on me all day long on the second day. First day it was fine, I didn't get rained on, it didn't rain. But the second day, man, I got rained on all day long. So that wasn't fun. My wife actually bought me a brand new poncho, and I left it at home. I left my rain jacket at home. I got it on now because I actually went in the house to get out of the wet clothes, and I had to grab my bag out of my car. So that's why it's on right now, but I left this at the house. So yeah, food service drivers, beverage drivers, anybody that work out in the elements, definitely check the weather before you leave to start your route or your run or whatever it is that you're doing if you have to work outside. I actually checked the weather. I knew it was gonna rain before I left the house Monday morning, and I just got sidetracked and completely forgot to grab my poncho. So I was definitely not prepared for the rain. But yeah, that's definitely a tip for those of you that are new, that are getting into this industry. Whatever you're doing, if you have to work outside, definitely check the weather before you leave the house so you can be prepared for days like this when it's raining outside. Or if it's cold, don't forget your jacket, grab your jacket. You know, just grab all the necessary things that you need to be prepared for the day. But yeah, man, overall, the changes aren't bad. Again, the trailer was loaded pretty good. Hopefully, they can stay consistent with that. We'll see how Thursday, Friday go. Tomorrow, I'm on a local route. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. Don't want to make this video too long. But that's pretty much what we got going on right now, man. New changes to the route. The changes aren't bad. So we'll see. Oh, I almost forgot. One other pro is that I don't have to stack pallets no more. That's nice. I forgot to add that. Put that in the pro category. But that's all we got, man. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Gotta charge this GoPro up. It's getting ready to die on me. As always, I appreciate the support. And until the next video, y'all take it easy, man. Peace.